Good morning, Mr. Upshaw. Sir, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 5th, 2025, a law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop due to a heavily tinted.
It starts simple a traffic stop, but watch closely. That rolled up window and nervous glance? They're about to trigger a legal showdown. Was this about officer safety or a power struggle gone too far?
Motor vehicle in Harris County, Texas, and also for the defendant's failure to signal within 100 feet before making his turn. The officer told the defendant to lower his windows for safety. The defendant slightly lowered the rear window, the officer was still unable to see inside the vehicle. The officer asked the defendant again to lower the window. The defendant said he did not have to. The officer observed the defendant acting nervously by breathing heavily and staring at the floorboard of the motor vehicle. The officer told the defendant to step out of the vehicle for safety. The defendant refused. The officer opened the driver's door and told the defendant to step out of the vehicle. The defendant declined again. The officer grabbed the defendant's wrist and attempted to pull the defendant out of the vehicle. The defendant resisted by clenching his fist and pulling his arm away towards his body. And the officer told the defendant to step out again, to which the defendant stated he did not have to. The officer attempted to pull the defendant out of the motor vehicle. The defendant continued to resist by pulling his arm towards the body. The officer was able to pull the defendant outside of the car. The defendant again resisted by clenching both fists and refused to place his hands behind his back by tensing his arms and pulling away. The officer and his partner forced handcuffs onto the defendant in order to perform the arrest.
Mr. Upshaw, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please? See if there's a valid one. The only bond condition I'm placing on you now, sir, is that you're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license, a Texas driver's license, and liability insurance in your name. I'm just asking you to follow the law. If you do not have one or the other, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
His license is eligible.
Okay, so I'm going to have you sign conditions to that, and then do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the juror box. I'm going to get you bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and that's how you're free to go. All right? Please.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Mr. Torres. And could we turn the live stream? He's out on bond, yes. And if we could turn the live stream off, please. That would be okay. This is the old DWI. I'm being appointed to the case today. So I talked to the state and I kind of looked at the procedural history of the case. So he had hired an attorney. He came to court every single time the attorney was hired and was working for him. There was a PTI offer on the table while the attorney was hired. And the attorney basically told Mr. Torres, okay, well, it's going to be this additional money if you want to enter into the PTI program for me to represent you throughout that whole process. And Mr. Torres couldn't afford it. And so the attorney withdrew and Mr. Torres didn't come to court one time. Only one time he didn't
I
come to
have
court.
multiple times that he has not failed, that he's
Where-
failed job.
Okay, where on the district? I looked at the resets and sometimes he was not required to appear and then there was one capious. So I might be misreading, but
At a county bond.
because I think he was arrested.
I see the KPS on 10-8 and then 4-3.
10-8 and then what?
3? No.
He was arrested out of county.
It's a lawyer.
So
Okay, so here's what we'll do is I'll give you some time.
yes, well, I talked to the state and they're like, we're not opposed to PTI, but you have to reapply, right?
I'm
And
not going to sit here and wait the 3 months when the case is 332 days old.
Okay.
No, I'll give you 30 days at the max
okay,
for him to have everything done. turned in and ready to go. But I'm not going to sit here and reward someone for,
The judge, only thing I said, I just want to make sure it was clarified. He was originally auto approved, I pulled that, and now he's going to require mitigation package
Right.
because of these.
okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to give him 2 weeks to have the mitigation packet turned in.
Okay,
Okay, if he doesn't have it turned in, it's clear to file. And
okay,
then I'm going to put a GPS monitor on him now,
okay.
so we know where he is.
Yeah, and one more thing, Your Honor, just to make the court aware, there is discovery, well, the state doesn't have discovery missing or anything like that, but I want to obviously submit a supplemental breath
Oh,
and toxilizer discovery order. Like, there's very minimal discovery in this case, and so I have no idea what kind of investigation was done on this case prior to my representation, and so I do have concerns that
file it
there's.
today.
Okay.
Try to expedite it as fast as you
Right, so I'm just saying, like, in 30, I don't know in 30 days what the discovery situation will be, but I intend to file a breath discovery order,
get it done today.
so.
Come up, Mr. Torres. Regardless, if he's applying for the PTI program, 2 weeks, he must have absolutely everything turned in.
Okay, yeah, it does require the TRAS as well.
Happen after the fact.
Okay,
If he's either,
just the application and the
you must
paperwork,
have
okay.
absolutely everything done within 2 weeks, or I'm not giving you any more resets for that. Do you understand? Today, you will get a scram on one ankle, you're going to get a GPS monitor, and if you take off again, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, sure.
Mr. Torres, Judge?
No, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you say
Torres,
Christopher?
last name. Torres? Giselle.
I thought she said Christopher.
Oh.
That's why. Did you? No? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
It is eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance as well. That is also a condition of your bond. Do you understand? Okay, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Tell
We
me,
have Dwayne Berard,
bond or Jen?
Gel.
Okay,
Okay.
what's the word?
I was speaking with the chief. I'm not sure if he wanted to come up here on this individual. This is for Dwayne Berard, if we can do probable cause.
It's an assault, right?
Yes, Your Honor. On February 1st, 2025, an officer was notified of an inmate who was assaulted by 2 other unidentified inmates. The officer was informed by the detention officer that the complaint was stated he had been assaulted by the defendants. The officer was unable to review surveillance video due to the camera being down. The officer interviewed the detention officer who identified the defendants by the description given to him by the complaining witness. The officer interviewed the complaining witness and observed redness and bruises to the right side of his face and a laceration on his right forearm. The complaining witness said that 2 light-skinned black males had entered into a cell yelling.
Joe Torres?
I apologize, I'm reading straight from the note, you've got to get your gay ass out of here. And started stomping and punching him. The complainant was described one male as bald with a beard and the other had a fade with waves and tattoos. Complainant stated both males had seen him previously sitting with a transgender inmate and made comments. Through the description, the detention officer was able to identify the defendants.
Judge, the complainant says that the people that assaulted him were 2 light-skinned males, 1 bald with a beard and 1 with a fade and a beard. My client at the time had an afro. He does not even match the description given by the complainant. So off of the wrong, improper identification of my client, there would be no probable cause to make the arrest. He doesn't even fit the description.
Ace?
The suspect had an afro. The attackers had beards and fades. So why is this guy sitting in court? This isn't just a case of mistaken identity, it's a red flag for how shaky probable cause can really be.
I mean, I don't know. You know, that was 2 months ago. Hair grows. I don't.
When I saw him, I got the case, I think February 11th. When I saw him on that date, he had an afro. In his booking photo, he has an afro. Now, after the fact, he has now cut his hair. February 1st is the date of the incident. He had an afro.
So what we have here is, and just come from the office report. By the description given by inmate Gardner, Cameron was able to identify inmate Williams, inmate Gerard, Dwayne. Inmate Gardner was in fear for his life and pressed charges against said inmates.
I don't know. Do you want to reach out to the officer? Did they like take some kind of
I mean, absolutely.
There
or
was
did they bring
pictures,
him?
on the portal, the pictures taken, there is a male with a beard and a fade with tattoos as described by the complainant. However, the picture that's on the DA portal, that's not my client.
So, Your Honor, here's what I've just asked. We reached out to Colin because he does have some serious pending charges. I think we're going to be able to get our case resolved out based on our evaluation of this case. I just need a second here to get felony to reach back out to me to come to a resolution on this.
I mean, if they have the wrong person, they have the wrong
It's
person.
the wrong person,
I
Judge.
would argue that based on the PC we have in the DIMS.
You want to reach out to them now to see? I'll give
We've
you
already
some.
reached out, we've reached out.
Fine.
And we were here in our last setting for that to happen. It still hasn't.
Ariel, that's not what happened. What happened is Ariel came to me and said, hey, I think y'all have issues with the case. Here's why. I said, okay, we'll take a look. We have taken a look. Given felony our concerns for the case. That is what was supposed to happen.
But is it true that the photo that they gave was a different person?
Yes, that is correct, Judge.
Where does it? Where does it?
Let's do this. I got a line building up. Show them real
I have
quick.
showed them, Judge.
Was it
And I gave,
Judge Bates?
I broke down the case, gave them point details of what's wrong.
And I'm not, what I'm saying is, Judge, we, based on what Ariel gave me last time, we evaluated the case.
But we all have the discovery on the portal. I did my diligence. That's where I'm going to leave it,
Okay,
Judge.
let's do this. Let me stand down for a second. Can you pull the picture so I can see it real quick as well? And then let me take a look. And if it's not the right person, I'm going to find no PC now.
Okay,
So just, but they've been waiting. Just give me
okay, Judge.
10 minutes. And then let me.
I'll hop back in line and I'll have the picture ready. Thank you.
I will say, Judge, before we do the plea, I was informed by probation, he did a TRAS in anticipation of his sentencing for next week in felony courts. And apparently they are recommending inpatient treatment. So he's likely going to get that on the felony probation.
Over there.
That was their TRAS.
Yeah, we're not going to ding him.
Okay. I just wanna,
No, he'll be expected to once he's released.
of course.
Mr. Myers, come up. Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're making a very serious decision today, Mr. Myers. You need to understand that you ever get into a car forever and a day, you get pulled over.
This is the courtroom reality check. One more DWI, and the judge is spelling out 25 to life. It's not just a sentence, it's a warning. Would you risk prison time over a $40 Uber ride?
And there's anything funky in your car, whether it's alcohol, dope, you're now going to be looking at a felony charge. Do you understand? A third DWI, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Have you been to the pen before?
Yes, sir.
You could be looking at potentially 15 to life days. You know, if it's a serious enough charge, you know, if you've been to the pen twice, you're a truth habitual. 25 to life, man. Really. When something that's so easy as you taking an Uber, $40, anywhere you want to go, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a toke off a joint, you get into a car, you're begging for trouble. Do you understand?
Sure.
The agreement is 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 18 months. You will do a repeat offender education class, 4 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. He's already done a TRAS upstairs.
He'll still have to do it. with
Can
us.
we go on that as well? And
Yes.
we'll piggyback so he doesn't have to do it again? Okay, we're going to use your TRAS upstairs down here so you don't have to do it all over again. And what we'll do is we will do the same thing. because they're requiring you to do SATF upstairs, okay? Which is probably what they're going to order you to do. We will run everything at the same time so it runs together. Just if you have a problem, address it, man.
Yes, sir.
The last thing you want, did you see what happened yesterday? Did you see what happened upstairs yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, there was a guy that's in his 30s that had 2 DWI convictions. He's out in a car. He rams into someone else in the back, kills an officer. Yesterday, he got life. So that's what I'm saying. It's an accident. You don't mean to do it, but if you kill someone, you're looking at a life sentence, man. Take an Uber. It's not hard. It's so easy. One button on your damn phone will get you a car wherever you want to go. He must do 3 days in Harris County Jail as a condition of the probation. Do you know when he wants to do it?
April 28th.
Okay. All right. No breath test refusal. If you're driving in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian and a law. Is this how you understand the agreement, Mr. Myers?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with us until you complete it or you get revoked. If you do something to violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out and we're going to have a hearing to determine if you violate it and you're looking at an entire year. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for a year. Good luck to you, sir.
The super fines and everything are waived. I am appointed. He is very much in his job.
I normally on a second won't, but he's on probation. He's going to be doing SATF. I will. Don't get into a car, man. Just please don't get into a car. It's not hard. You understand? I'm suspending your license as of today. You're not allowed to drive. I will have you sign an affidavit today promising me you're not going to drive. Mr. Myers, I don't care what you got to do. Just don't drive. All right, good luck. Thanks.
I have Mr. Broussard, who's the fellow who we spoke about yesterday. He's here. He's in the hallway with his brother, I think. I was trying to remember if it's brother or dad. I think it's brother. So per our conversation yesterday, your game was putting it back on, and I apologize. I don't have them on my docket, so I got to look up the cause number. And then, of course, it doesn't pull up because I think I misspelled Broussard.
So where do we go from here?
So they were debating, the district attorney's office was
Back
debating.
them at all?
Yeah, so it's the same answer basically that, this is what we're talking about, like mental health.
They have a
PTI.
Yes.
TRAS, right?
And I think, yes, we were gonna have a TRAS, or was it?
Under copy that.
Copy that was it, because the TRAS, any kind of thing that we do in the TRAS.
What are your comp offers?
So
Can we get a date today?
So what'll happen is, once I get him on bond, then I can file a comp eval and ask for a date. Because they won't give me a date if he's got a warrant. So,
Okay.
so we get him on bond. Yeah. Yes, Judge. It is 2503529. I give you Mr. Broussard.
Show up. That's all we're asking you to do. When you show up to court, good things happen, Mr. Broussard, okay? We need to do something with you now. I'm going to reinstate your bond. We need to send you to do an evaluation. It's the only thing I'm asking you to do. If you do this, good things are going to happen, all right? So I'm reinstating it now.
Yes, Judge.
File the paperwork. Is it?
I'm gonna do it right now. Yes, normally I can get, so I don't know when the date will be, but they'll tell me a date today.
Wonderful. Let's do it. So before he leaves, he knows the actual date.
Excellent.
Awesome. Okay.
And Judge, is it possible for him to stay in the hallway with his brother? Okay.
Don't leave.
Don't leave the floor.
Don't leave.
Be in the hall, okay?
Okay. You ready?
Travius Bell, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Bell, He's, was on the docket for today, but he does have a bond violation.
Who wants to talk first?
If I may, Your Honor, I think the facts were that, you may recall he was being evicted from a place where he was living with his family member. He was getting a drink. His family member has dreads like him, kicked the door. He was walking back to the residence. They accused him of doing what his cousin did. He was taken into custody because he had the MAJ out of Fort Bend County. I believe he gave a fake name or something like that. The state is verifying these facts. He was in the process of finding some place to live when he was here for his bond conditions. He's got his ankle monitor. He has a new place where he lives, where he's been resting his head. But I think the bond violation is popping up because he's not checking in to where the original location was that he gave probation. I believe he has phone records from when he was speaking with probation, trying to inform them of the updated address. And I just got the BVR last night at like 9 o'clock or something like that, the first
I
time.
haven't even seen.
Yeah,
I don't even.
nor has the state. So perhaps we're
Let me take a look. So the bond violation is he entered at 10:50 as opposed to the 10 o'clock, right?
Yes, 10:15, 21 seconds on 3:28. And that goes back to 3:28 as well, Your Honor. And today is April 9th.
Don't pick up any more bond violations. It's not going to go well for you. You understand? If you don't have anyone up to pony, if you don't have anyone that's ready to pony up $10,000 on you, if you get both your cases revoked, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing's over with. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Make good decisions. One more. That's it. There's no excuse. Do you understand? Okay. All right. We'll continue supervision.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Teapot.
Buenos días, señor Tubas.
You are charged with illegal dumping. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Parece multa.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On August 1st, 2019, surveillance video recorded a gray Chevrolet Avalanche bearing a tipper license plate and also recorded two Hispanic males exit the vehicle and illegally dump a refrigerator on the side of a city easement in Harris County, Texas. The weight of the waste was approximately 117 pounds. The officer used the license plate to identify the defendant. The officer compared the surveillance video to the defendant's driver's license photo and believes the suspect to be the same person.
Y sospechoso era la misma persona.
See the person?
Dice,
On the
¿vieron la
surveillance video.
persona?
There's surveillance of him actually dumping the fridge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Vigilancia dice la foto
All right,
de
Mr.
él.
Box, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. You run his license, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I
Su señoría.
just have one moment.
Sure. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive.
No puede
And
manejar.
that is a condition of your bond. If I find that you do in violation of this, I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it daily, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende? Yes, sir.
How's jail? You don't want help?
I would like to receive help.
We can help you find a place to stay. We can get you food, cell phones, all kinds of stuff. All you have to do is ask and we can provide it to you. The problem is that if you're homeless and you continue to rack up these convictions, you're just making it worse for yourself. Every time you plead guilty, you end up with a conviction. And when you rack up certain types of convictions, it only hurts you so much worse, you know? They've offered you time served. If you want to do this today, we can do it today. We also have other services available as well if you want that as well. You're charged with 2 counts of criminal trespass. The agreement that they have worked out, or that you guys have worked out, is they're going to dismiss one. You will end up pleading on the second one. If you do this, you're going to end up with a conviction on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You understand? Is this what you want to do? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this, there's no turning back. Who do you have in your life? Do you have anyone?
Right now,
Mom, dad,
I
anyone?
have my mom, but I haven't contacted her.
Why not?
I haven't had
Where does she live?
the town.
So you would prefer to live on the street than contact mom?
No, I really get in contact with her, but it's just been a minute.
She's what?
It's been a long time. I would want to get in contact with her though.
Where are you living now? On the street? So why not call mom? Isn't it better to live at home with mom than to live on the street?
Without realizing.
But Cassidy, 30 days from today, if you have a change of heart, if you would rather do something else like a probation, come back and we can talk. Because I have jurisdiction within 30 days of after you do this. If you have a change of heart, if you want probation, if you want help, services, we can do that for you. You know, it just scares me that you're doing this. You're going to end up right back on the street, end up back in 2 weeks with another charge, you know? How do you plead to this offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to have you talk to Shatoria. We have resources that we can give you. Whatever you need, all you got to do is ask and we'll try to help you with whatever you need. All right? Like I said, if you have a change of heart, you want to do something within 30 days, let me know. We can do something, try to do something different. All right? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? Mr. Cassidy.
That's weird. How do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. What exactly? How do I plead?
Guilty or not guilty?
Are you guilty of criminal trespass? All right. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll send it to the 90 days. I'll give you credit for the 36. I'll have you talk to Shatori now so we can try to help you out. All right? All right. Good luck, Mr. Cassidy. Your other case will be dismissed. You have something on today's docket?
No, Your Honor.
Is that what this is? PSR?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
No, Your Honor, but
Those 255-7900. 7900.
79.
Cheryl.
7,900, Cheryl. It's the last name. Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Am I bringing him up?
Oh, so this is, I guess,
He's not here.
He's not here. He's from out of state. There's not a date. And so I was wanting to answer the open warrant and try to see if we can set a bond.
We usually do that with them here so we can get bond conditions done. Where do they live?
He's in Maryland, Baltimore area.
Can he get here so we can do it? I don't mind giving him a PR bond,
Yeah.
but we need him here.
So he said he could be here by next week. I think spring break is next week for the family.
Tell him
The
to be careful, he
16th.
gets on a plane.
Well, that's the problem. So I didn't want him to get on a plane or drive and there's.
Well, driving, I mean, I don't think that there's.
Either way, we couldn't clear it because he would need to fingerprint and I would need him here to sign the bond and to be sent for fingerprinting. Because even if a bond is set, the warrant can't be cleared until they go to JPC and receive that information. So,
I don't know, like if I were to set a bond, I don't know, would he be able to make it in Maryland?
oh, like a surety bond?
Yeah.
Right.
Or I remember pay the court.
I know for
something.
surety bonds, they do have to fingerprint as well.
Yes.
So I'm
but-
not sure how that works.
Are you okay with setting a bond on this?
My only, I didn't realize it, but my only concern is obviously the bond issues, right? Like, I don't care about the amount, it's because it's family violence case, so we're no contact.
Well, so what, if we set a bond and he makes it, he's got 7 days to be here. If he doesn't come, we issue another warrant and I'll never do it again.
We just came from court one. There's apparently two cases.
Oh.
One was going to be dismissed. We
Wait a
thought it was in
second.
court.
No.
And now we're here.
But
It's coming to us, regardless, it would have been, it's the lowercase number. We have the lowercase number, so it come to us.
what's weird?
That said to be the other day that that the magistrate found no PC on, they didn't sign the warrant.
Oh, that's weird. Did you hear that?
And we had a case too.
So let's get it here, Vic. Let's get it here so we can do everything all at once. You want to do that?
Yeah, the court one has to be the one to transfer it, and they have to sign it.
Will you go?
I just came from, but the prosecutor's office said they're going to end up dismissing the case. It hasn't happened yet, but there was no reason for the judge to issue a bond or anything. She said I still had to come here. So I just came.
Did they say when they're going to dismiss it or no?
No, but I mean, at this point, it can't.
The problem is, if I set you a bond now and they don't dismiss it, you'll never be able to post bond because there's always going to be that warrant out.
I mean, I can run up, go and check with she put on the record.
Oh, great. Is it your case?
It's not, it needs to transfer over because it was in court one, that's court five.
He's saying that they're going to dismiss it.
The assault family violence.
I think the magistrate found no PC on it. And the magistrate refused to sign the warrant too.
It's the other one, Judge, that they found they didn't sign. It was the 255787.
They found no PC or they found
They
PC?
didn't sign the warrant. The one
On the
in court
terroristic
one,
threat.
I don't know if he signed out. But.
Okay, so I guess the magistrate found no PC on the terroristic threat and found
We don't have a case at all, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I was going to ask for a PC hearing anyway, but at this point, because there's an
Let
open
me do
warrant.
this plea real quick and
Yeah,
then,
I'll
Be on your
hang
case.
out. Thank you.
it was, the magistrate found no PC on the terroristic threat, our case.
Oh, okay.
So let me just do this plea and we'll do PC.
Yeah.
Coming up. Okay, Counselor, are you ready? Are you ready?
Maybe so. I'm waiting on.
Oh, okay.
Right, let me add this and this was, no, I mean, this one quick.
Just take your time. There's no rush.
7900. It is discovered in the state. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, I think I bought it on the phone. Maybe you can follow us on the-
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So do you have the cost numbers on Cheryl?
Yes, I'm pulling it up now.
I mean, theoretically speaking, if a magistrate found no PC on our case here, there's nothing I can do anyways.
Right.
Right? Because we've lost jurisdiction. So there's nothing that I can do with it. They either have to dismiss it or have to go re-indict it at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do with the terroristic threat?
I mean, just for candid purposes, this is the first time that I'm looking at.
That you're even seeing, okay, so
And everything, so I'm just not in a position where I'm gonna be able to say, yes, we're gonna, dismiss it or not.
what we normally do in that instance is we give the state a little bit of time to do whatever they want to do to determine whether they want to dismiss it or go indict it. We usually put it for the last.
Yes.
Vic,
Yes, Judge.
the no PC cases that they haven't dismissed, do we put it on the last day of,
The last Monday of the month, so April 28th.
that's what we normally put it on for you guys to make whatever decision that you want to do. The terroristic threat's out of my hand. Nothing I can do on it. So if you want me to do something on the assault, we got to get it down here. And then I can set you a bond.
Judge. They just called.
Okay.
The assault's been dismissed.
So I just want to make sure there's not an open warrant. That's the only.
So I guess because the warrant's not signed.
But the problem, he never signed the 2B. right? So how can there be an open warrant if he didn't sign the 2B?
It's like it's in one stairs, but they didn't.
It'll show warrant status, but a judge, me, the magistrate never signed the actual warrant for it to issue. It shows warrant status, but
Okay, so I think